All right, welcome back to Light Body Evolution. I hope everybody is doing well out there. All right, don't really have a subject tonight. I think we're going to have some people come on, and I put up the link there, and we'll take a look out for them. Again, Light Body Evolution is a weekly course that we do, and this is live healing. So if you have something to work on and you would like to join us in this conversation, you're welcome to, and invited to, definitely. So, all right, how's everybody doing? Not even sure anybody's out there. So let's just, there we go. Just fixing some things here. Here we go. All right, so we'll open it up for anybody that wants to come. And, this conversation here on Light Body Evolution is the conversation about healing and magnetism, gravity, physics, sound, waveforms. How does it all work? How does it get put together, and all of those things? So, all right, let's see. Nobody joining us yet. And it looks like my free screen is frozen, of course. All right, so healing, Light Body Evolution. Where do we want to start today, you guys? And give you guys some time to get there. Let's put some soothing sounds in the back. How about that? Yes, about some jungle noises, huh? All right. Mm-hmm. All right, so if we have any brave souls, I didn't start the webinar. There we go. So if I have any brave souls that would like to join me, I believe we're going to have some people joining us from Australia maybe today, maybe not, who knows. So let's talk about healing, let's talk about Light Body Evolution, let's talk about the 144 validation patterns that we seek validation outside of ourselves and shut down from receiving. Putting ourselves first, of course, is such a monumental thing. And so it looks like we have Joe here. Let me see if I can get us both on the screen. All right, that's definitely not it. Let's see here. Uh-oh, there we go. Mm-hmm. Let's see. All right. Oh, this is always fun, isn't it? Okay, put me over here. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's see here. See if we can get her in here. All right. Greetings. Let's see. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Welcome to the show. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay. How's Australia doing?
Very hot.
Wow. Wow. Well, we've been having a lot of snow, so we'll send some your way.
Fantastic. I'm just going to get out of Facebook and back into Zoom. That's perfect now.
There we go. All right. Let me take this off here. So, Joe, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what prompted coming on today and all of those fun things.
Well, I hadn't been on Facebook for a long time, and I got back on recently and started looking at um, all the suggestions, and your channel came up, so I had a look, and I saw that you hop on and you talk and you discuss, and I'm a talker and discusser as well. So I'm a healer. I'm just going to try and find a spot here I can see.
There we go.
Um, there we go. I'm a healer, and I use sound as well, but I use light language. And what I understand about light language is that I have the ability to impact the realm on a quantum level. And it's just a way of working with the energies, whether that's with the ley lines of the earth or with the energies that are running through someone's meridians. So it's what I love to do is cross pollinate. And that's why I love talking with different modalities, different people that are all focused on the same thing, which is helping others grow, cope with their stuff, move through it, because we're all being really asked to look at it at the moment. But yeah, so I am what my specialty is, or what I organically got into, was inner child healing. So I didn't choose to be the inner child healer, but when I actually started out as doing tarot reading, and then it just sort of came out of me, and I moved in that direction. So it was to help recode. So the light language came through probably about 4 years ago, and it became incorporated as a part of the healing through sound, through frequency, through light codes that come from higher, rather than using the word higher, but deeper aspects of me that exist on other planes and dimensions that are looking back at this, wanting to help, because I believe that time is not linear, that we can physically tap in to other nows and other whens just through intent, just through something that I would call gestalting, which is being it and walking it and feeling it. So the light language comes through me. Sometimes it's another aspect of me, and sometimes it's somebody's soul family connecting.
Would you like to do some?
Sure. Um, so let's work at recoding some people's stuff. Anything that is someone's issue, whatever their is tripping them up, whatever is causing conflict within their lives, just find that place within yourself where you feel about it, how you feel about it. It might be in your throat, it could be in your heart center, your stomach, solar plexus. That's where the main emotion that you have around this actually is anchored in your system.
Matrix, all your ancestral coding is available. And then 14 takes us deep into the subconscious. Deep into the subconscious, where we may feel like we undermine ourselves. And self-undoing comes through 14 really strongly. Even we have a saying for that one: may my mouth not make me enemies. Okay, and let's look at the alpha chart. So we're going to look at the emotional wobble, and this is where the charge begins. Two numbers, 1 through 9.
4 and 5.
So the fear of abandonment is coming forward in the emotional charge. And let's go to the omega charge. Where does the charge pattern end? Two numbers, 1 through 9.
8 and 9.
Okay, so integration on a soul level and liberation from the fear of abandonment. That's what we're working with here. And one letter, A to Z, for what you truly wanted to receive in this program but never showed up.
H.
Okay, so I'm looking for the H word you can't find. I usually have you throw me any H word you got. And, home, the ancestral connection to your mother's side of the family is really strong in this code. Very, very strong. And feeling like you most likely are the black sheep in that family is probably pretty big. Absolutely. And what you came to really heal for them in this lifetime is also very prevalent. So H words, throw me any H words you got.
All different H words.
Yep, because I'm looking for the one you can't find. I'm looking for the one that's unavailable.
Help.
Okay.
Happy. Hypocrisy. Hologram.
Hologram, nice.
House.
It's weird how it starts to go blank, isn't it?
Hinder.
Mm-hmm.
Hopeless. How. Heaven.
Nice.
Hell as well. I may as well. That's always associated. Hibiscus.
Hibiscus, yay. So sometimes when we get to this part, people think it's a word game, but it's really a frequency. We're looking for this one frequency that gets removed and used against you. And we've used a lot of H words that aren't available right now in our conversation. That may not help you, though.
So you want me to keep looking for H words?
If you can find any. I have a couple you can't find right now, and I'm here to help you find it. If you remember that pyramid game where they would try to get people to guess the words, that's pretty much my job now.
So you want me to guess the H word?
Yes, I'm going to help you find it. Okay, and the first one that I haven't heard is this one.
Heart. Yes.
Yes, and then this one.
Here.
Here. I like that one too. Yes. And but really look at this.
Happy?
Excellent. Yes. Notice those words were not available.
Yes.
And we're getting closer because it's a little deeper. We also brought up another word, which an H word, about when we really go through difficult stuff, when we really go through that intense stuff, and it really teaches us, when we go through the victim, when we go through the entitlement program, and it really teaches us. This H word is the path of shamanism itself. And it's probably never been put in a book because you learn that when the shamans put you through hell or the spirits put you through it, they will do that too. And it's a hue word, hue, like human, hue. And believe me, it has nothing to do with your intellect, okay? It has to do with this program. And this one hit your family stuff, so all bets are off when you pull your family into stuff.
Hue.
And a similar word is when we get really embarrassed. Like we get embarrassed. You talked about the childhood.
Humiliation.
But what word am I looking for? Very similar. What was that?
Humiliate.
Yes.
Humiliate?
That's the word, but I'm looking for humility.
Humility.
Yes.
Huh? Yes.
Are you ready to collapse it?
Yes.
Go ahead and take your hands palm facing palm. There you go. And pull them apart a little bit. There you go. And in your right hand, we are calling the fear of abandonment, and your left hand, love and care is the foundation of your ability to feel connected and fulfilled in your body, and aligning the collapsing field with humility, heart. And there's some more. Honesty, honor. There we go. And since your family was involved, ask your heart if there's anybody else's energy in between your hands besides your own.
If there is anyone, it would be my mother.
Yeah, let's go ahead and send your mother that energy to her feet for her to deal with when she's ready. No matter where she is.
Yep.
There we go. Excellent. All right. And I want you to go ahead and bring your hands just a little closer together till you feel the bubble you can't push past. And stay with it. Can't really push past that point, right?
Not really, no.
Good. Stay with it. That's where we want to be. And it doesn't feel like there's any vowels or anything, so it looks like it's still moving, so let it take its time. And when your fingertips get closer, let them touch. Don't let them go through. It's my first collapse in Australia. I'm super excited about it.
Lots of resistance.
Yeah, you're feeling the charge in your hands. You're feeling the wobble of that story in your hands. I used to ask people how many zeros across were we collapsing, and when they started giving me astronomical numbers, I stopped because it was billions of charges. I was like, whoa. Excellent. Notice how you feel inside. Describe it.
Silent.
Excellent. Yes. Always identify this energy as silence. When we collapse charge, for some reason, silence comes forward. And now there's space to receive. Two numbers, 1 through 12, or 1 through 23. I'll open up the code for you.
Two numbers.
For what you're ready to receive and share now in place of that story.
8 and 18.
All right. Okay. So breathe in, go ahead and breathe in that silence, that black, that formlessness, and exhale white. So it says, doing your best, accepting that you are perfect as you are and imperfect as you are, leads to sharing your innocence. And are you familiar with the omnidimensional? In the omnidimensional, we are living simultaneous lifetimes.
Mm.
And this code is opening up your awareness to those lifetimes through the Akashic, through the eighth code. And so if there's been any things that you've been trying to heal that were blocked in any way, you have those counterparts to work with now. And imagine on a soul level, it's easier to learn in multiple lifetimes simultaneously. Think of the possibilities. And you can have up to 17 of them, and if you chose 17, you maxed out. I did about 11. But your omnidimensional presence is opening, and you may have experienced that as experiencing yourself through other things and other people. The omni works in that way also. That's the first time I experienced it. I experienced everybody that witnessed this body up until that point in my life in this really strange order, and it took about 3 minutes. And I saw myself through their eyes. Very strange. But you may have multiple counterparts living simultaneous lifetimes, and sometimes things we're going through here, they're going through there. This is a little, I rarely talk about this on the internet, but I guess we can, no problem. Facebook anyway today is making whatever we put out all glitchy, so I don't know if anybody's even watching us still, but the replay is going to be fine.
Okay.
Yes. All right. You can bring your hands down if you like. Excellent. So that 18 is what we call the White Cross Infinity Codex. It is the plasma field, the white plasma. So it is highly organized and highly intelligent. And its symbol is a cross that is a literal figure 8. Okay. Well, thanks for coming on. It was so much fun.
This was fascinating, and I'd actually like you to come onto my YouTube channel.
Awesome. I will play with you. We have to do some music.
Yes, please.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When you go back and hear this, since you came through my show in this way, you'll hear that there's no back and forth like you heard on the music on your end. And it comes out perfectly. It's just hard on your end.
Right.
Because I'm not broadcasting from the Zoom meeting. We're broadcasting differently, so the audience heard that without the back and forth.
Right. So what can I now expect after this session and the energies? How will things show me that this is evolving and changing now?
So notice you had your silence come forward. Silence is the energy that meets the story. And when the silence comes forward, the heart is available. And, I think a good example would be, I had a student, and her son is a little unruly, and he came in at the end of one of her calls, and he was really bouncing all over the place. I like the kid. He's awesome. And I had everybody in the class call their silence forward, because in the course, this is something that we develop on a weekly basis. And within 3 seconds, this kid was literally up against mom with his head like this and not moving. And I wanted to show mom that the strongest intent wins. And I knew our collective silence would overpower his reality really quickly. So I think that the development of self-awareness is this development. So every time we learn how to collapse charge, we access our own 0 point, our own silence. And there's three
Yeah.
major one of those. There's one in your belly button, your value, in your heart, care, and in the back of your brow, awareness. And I find that over time, they get built on one another. So the universe is all about constructing things in a very functional way. It doesn't, create bad support systems for things. So when we're magnetic, we are completely in what we care about. When we are concerned, for example, we're not. And that's one of my favorite phrases, is that concern is the abandonment of self and care is the embodiment of self. So having more available to your silence and also your shareable wave to come back in place of that story, to accept your perfection in the situation and to share your innocence. And it's interesting, out of the code, you picked the innocence one. That one came through, for the inner child, and reorganizing your magnetic field through the plasmic orientation. So, in 2011, the plasma reality came back to the earth, the awakened plasma, and this is the organization of light itself. And magnetics and the way that light organizes have a strong connection with one another. And, we see light, but if we imagine what it sounded like for example, red light, it doesn't sound pretty. Infrared light, it sounds like you're going through the deep, dark forest.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to really, self-awareness is what this is all about. So hopefully that's how you recognize it, is that it's about you and your own self-awareness. See, we don't even have to have the story of what your code was about.
Yeah.
So even my clients, sometimes I have no clue. I have no clue what it's about, because we're just getting straight to the point. And a lot of times we'll do this, say somebody's having issues with the organ. So we'll find out how many charges that we have to collapse and all of the emotional stuff that's really tied to that issue. So we literally go in and map it. And then we create a shareable map where we're actually receiving to share, no longer giving energy, but creating a mutual reciprocity and changing those realities. And with your family on this one, some of them may not be around anymore, and you have to deal with it in the spirit realm for them, which is easier sometimes, Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on. If I don't get home to dinner, then my lady's going to have my ass.
Thank you so much. This has been very interesting.
Awesome. No problem. It was such a pleasure. And I'd love to be on your show sometime. Just let me know.
I'll be in touch.
Okay. Sounds great.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.